This one thing is actually inside of you right now. And until a rogue NASA scientist revealed a secret experiment to me at a dimly lit dive bar in Houston, Texas, I didn't realize how powerful this one thing was either. But this thing that's inside of you right now is capable of making you as wealthy as you want to be. It's true, but here's the catch. You simply need to activate this thing I'm talking about. Think you know what it is? I would be thoroughly surprised if you did, because I'd never heard of this one thing until the day I discovered the secret NASA experiment. But now I realize that science is now confirming what ancient Eastern teachings have touted for centuries. That if you activate this one thing inside you, that you can attract money and wealth efforts. Look, man, I got fired from NASA, all because I saw something I wasn't supposed to. Something that could transform both of our lives. Look, let me start from the beginning. Jim told me an incredible story about his last days as a scientist at NASA. He told me one night he was working late when he stumbled across some documents that were left out. And that's how he discovered NASA had a secret they were hiding from the public. The funny thing is, I always thought NASA worked for the public. But truth is, most of their funding comes from private parties. Billionaires, of course. And now pay close attention because this next part is key. Here's the thing. New studies have shown that humans only use 8% of their DNA, which means there's still a whopping 92% of your DNA that is unused. Mainstream scientists refer to this as junk DNA. But the truth is, this is not junk DNA. This is simply DNA that hasn't been activated yet. And the experiment sending the identical twin Mike Kelly to space proved that you can activate your DNA. In fact, it spawned a whole new scientific phenomena that's becoming more and more mainstream. It's called epigenetics, which is just the scientific term for changes that happen to your body when certain genes are either activated or deactivated. So at this point, it's been scientifically proven that you can, in fact, activate DNA. And thanks to the NASA experiment, we now know that 92% of DNA that scientists used to call junk DNA isn't junk DNA at all. It's just DNA that's waiting to be activated. Makes sense, right? Why would our bodies have all this DNA if we could only use 8% of it? But here's the part that nobody's talking about. Our DNA is really just a fancy scientific term for our chakras. Now, in case you don't know what chakras are, they're just energy centers inside your body. There are 12 total, even though many people only talk about the 7 main ones. Humans have known about chakras, our energy centers, since at least 500 BC. And knowledge of chakras has gained popularity in modern times, mostly thanks to the emergence of yoga. But what almost no one is talking about is our original 12 strands of human DNA, connecting to our 12 chakra points. You see, there are really 2 types of DNA, physical DNA and spiritual DNA. And the simplest way to put it is chakras are our spiritual DNA. Why is this important? Because chakras, our spiritual DNA, is where our wealth DNA is located. And the secret NASA experiment proved that we could activate this spiritual DNA. Now, I don't know if you know anything about chakras, but as I mentioned a second ago, it's commonly been believed for centuries that the root chakra is responsible for wealth. Well, science is now proving what Eastern teachings have been saying since at least 500 BC, that we do, in fact, possess wealth DNA. It just hasn't been activated in 99% of humans alive today. But if you are able to activate your wealth DNA, as the secret NASA experiment proves is possible, you will never have to worry about money again. It will just flow into your life effortlessly. And it will almost feel like a higher... The sound vibrations from music are able to change our gene expressions. In other words, we can harness the power of sound to activate dormant DNA. What's funny is it took NASA billions of dollars to prove what ancient Eastern spiritual leaders already knew, that we can activate our wealth DNA through the power of sound waves, which kind of makes sense when you think about it, because we all know about the power of vibrations, which is what shapes everything in the entire universe. Heck, it really makes the famous Nikola Tesla quote hit home. If you want to find the secrets of the universe, think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration. Nikola Tesla. Because right now, your root chakra is not vibrating at the frequency that it should be. And that's what's preventing wealth and abundance from flowing to you. The truth is, the way our chakras, or our energy centers, vibrate affects what we attract. Low vibrations equals negative people, lack of opportunities, and an overall lack of abundance. High vibrations equals positive people, opportunities falling into your lap like it's nothing, a steady flow of abundance and wealth. Okay, so we know that music, or more importantly, the sound waves that music produces, can activate our spiritual DNA.